Okay, I just need people to understand that you really don't need the most expensive gear out there. I just shot a podcast on my original A7C, which I think now retails for about $1,200. If you look at some of these videos and research the original A7C, it was pretty much a A7 III in a smaller form factor. Just to give you a little bit of a background, I used to work in Hollywood delivering television shows, and we would nitpick codecs and frames, and I was the editor that sat with the executives, had final eyes on this stuff. You won't believe how many times I looked for things and I was just like, let it go. No one is going to see this stuff when it goes to air, when it goes to the streaming service. It may be a little different now that you are watching videos in like 100-inch screens, but we're shooting stuff for YouTube. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of these creators now, they get so caught up on some of the gear.
This is the original A7C. I think you can get these used for like $1,000 to $1,200, depending where you look. You got the Tamron 17 to 28, and this is a full frame lens. If you go APS-C, like a ZVE10, you can even go cheaper. You can use any tripod, obviously. These lights are the GVM 800 RGB. Sometimes you can get these for $90, or you can go to GVM's website and get a sale. GVM 80D, those also go on sale on GVM sites. If you don't have any money, you can use a white screen, just like that.
And I know you've been hearing about all these things like codecs and 10-bit and RAW and log and all that stuff. For me, the bigger the codec, the more hard drive space it's going to take, the faster computer you need. And so to me, none of that stuff really makes sense for things that I'm doing, especially if I'm just making YouTube videos that I put on the internet. So I just wanted to show you guys an example of a great setup. You probably want to invest in lights more than setup. So right now I am shooting with the A7C. This is a $1,200 camera that you can probably get refurbished right now. I have the 17 to 28, a lens that is amazing because it's a Tamron 2.8, 17 to 28. It's a constant 2.8. So if I zoom in and zoom out, this is the widest. And then this is the sort of like middle ground here. You notice it doesn't get darker. The A7C paired with this lens in 4K, and I'm not shooting in 10-bit log or anything like that. This is just the standard picture profile. I'm not even going to color this footage. So this whole setup with the mics is under $2,500. I just recorded a podcast using this setup, and I used it as a wide shot. What I really focused on in setting up that shot was getting the lighting correct, getting the composition correct, and I spent a lot more time making sure the exposure looked good, and really spent time on the lighting aspect and the balance of the blacks, contrast, and the colors. This camera is old in 2024. Like, I made a review about this whole camera a couple years ago. You can actually see that in my older videos. And I also made an older review on the 17 to 28. So go ahead and look at that video. In my head, it's like, it really is about the final picture, because the end user, like you guys, don't know. I could be lying to you. I could literally say this is 10-bit and you guys would never know the difference, I mean, everybody's a little different, but I just want to give you sort of that take on things where it doesn't have to be so hard. So hope that helps. I will see you guys in the next video.